Hi everybody, it's Mark again, and I'm still working on this 1917 Junghans German mantle clock. In the last video, I told you that the clock was out of time. There was a few things wrong with it. First of all, this lever right here was touching this lever. This lever is what trips the hour. The third wheel warning pin was, instead of being at the 12 o'clock position, was at the 6 o'clock position. And instead of taking the movement apart to fix that, the cool thing about this clock is it has this piece right here that you can unscrew, and that's what the third wheel warning pin pivot hole is. You can unscrew that, and then you can maneuver the third wheel warning pin around and then put that back in. And another thing was the fan on this side was too loose also, and it was either hitting this side of the plate or the wheel on the front side of the plate. So let's go through the motions. Here's a quarter of an hour. As you can see, when it's working properly, the third wheel warning pin is going to advance because it goes into warning, and then it advances and allows it to continue on. There it is, chiming on the quarter of an hour. Here's the half hour. You see the third wheel warning pin advanced, which allows it to get, which when it advances, it allows this lever right here to get out of the cam slot, to get on top of the cam, to allow it to rotate. That's the half hour. And let's watch this in slow motion. Right now, this pin is in the cam's mouth. As I rotate it, the third wheel warning pin is going to rotate it. It's going to rotate, which allows this pin right here to get out of this cam's mouth. See it? It rotated, and now that pin is on top of the cam. And whenever it strikes the 3/4 of an hour, it starts functioning. And of course it's functioning. I just don't have you seeing the gong levers. Okay, now again on the hour it wasn't working, and it's because it was all out of time. When these levers, this lever here is in that cam, and this lever here is in the big cam, the third wheel warning pin has to be at the 12 o'clock position, and so you have to get it into those sections. You have to get this lever here into that cam, and then there's a screw on this cam, and I would suggest that you do this one right here, which is for the hour, this lever right here. I was doing the other levers, and it would skip the hour lever, and it would go to the quarter hour. So I would suggest putting in this lever, which is the hour, and then once I figured that out, everything else worked fine. And so here's the hour. Third wheel warning pin advanced. The tab is out of the mouth of the cam. And there you go. That's the hour. And after it's done with the hour, music is going to lift those three rods up to count the hours. That's what it's doing now. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 4 o'clock. So now what I have to do is put this thing on my test stand and put it back in beat and make sure it's in beat, ticking away, before I put it into the case of the clock. Like I said, this thing's got a lot going for it. There's a few different cams on it. There's a small cam, there's the bigger cam. The bigger cam is what counts the hours. That would be what is called the, well, I take that back. Yeah, that would be what would be called the count wheel, or the 8-point star lever on a cuckoo clock, in a way. And then it's typical rack and snail, which is also on a cuckoo clock, but this would be for the cuckoo portion of it. But anyway, I hope y'all are enjoying these videos, and I'm sorry that there are several videos. And again, I told you at the beginning of this video that I've never worked on a clock like this before. It's going to take me a while to figure it out, and I figured it out. And so if you have a Junghans movement like this, again, make sure this lever is in this little cam, and then undo the screw that's on this big lever and put it into the hour, after it strikes the hour cam, and then holding that, undo the screw back here and put the third wheel warning pin in the 12 o'clock position. If you also notice, this lever right here has got a gap on it. Okay, and that gap only closes one time. See, there's even a bigger gap. And so, still got the gap. And I believe that gap closes on the hour. And that is the only time the third wheel warning pin actually catches into the hook that this lever here is, because every other time, you see that bounces up in the air. Every other time, that third wheel warning pin is going to bypass that. But on the hour, that gap closes. So we'll go back and show you that that gap closes. And that's very important, because that is the only time that third wheel warning pin catches that hook. But you have to make sure that that third wheel warning pin is in the 12 o'clock position whenever you're setting the time for these cams. Now watch. Sorry, there was a 3/4 of an hour that it actually caught that this gap closes and that this third wheel warning pin catches that hook. Sorry, I thought it was the hour. It's a 3/4 of the hour. Now on the hour, you have a gap again. And it looks like even a bigger gap. It'll close a little bit once this cam goes into. So anyway, I hope y'all like this video. Please leave me comments, hit the subscribe button, and God bless.